What up? It's been like forever. I'm getting really bad about streaming on a schedule this month, and I kind of regret it a little bit. So yeah, bonus era. How's everyone doing on this fine evening? It is 8:06 p.m. on the East Coast and Eastern Daylight Time. Hold on, I have a monitor on my microphone. Let me turn that shit off. There we go. Much better. Much better. Who that is? Denshi paid money for this. Holy shit! Is that the 2 months? Wait. Oh my god, Bon, are you logged into my account? That's embarrassing. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey Bon, how's it going? How are you logged into my account? Is this because about what we were setting up for later in the month? That's interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Denshi, for the 2 month streak. You really don't gotta. I specifically made my choose an emote to redeem channel point thing the cheapest it would let me make it, because I really only enabled affiliate. No, that's fine. I didn't get hacked. It's fine. We are doing a collaborative stream in a little while. Oh, no, actually, no. Bon is still logged into my Twitch account because I was using her laptop to monitor chat while I was in the kitchen last time I did a Pizzazzu Don, which was like a month ago at this point, and I feel bad that I haven't done these recently. There will not be pizza in the kitchen this Sunday tomorrow, but come hell or high water, I really want to do one on the following Sunday, the first Sunday in April. But as with everything, we will see. It's very difficult to run a cooking show from home, as it turns out, so it's hard to drum up the motivation to get that whole production underway. Anyway, what are we doing today? Well, I teased that we have this fun little mystery dongle for helping me with my stream today, and I'm going to talk about what it is now. Let's see. Browser. There we go. Bored to solve real problems. The mystery dongle that I have is a Ant Plus radio receiver, which is compatible with several types of workout gear, namely bike machines, but also a lot of heart rate monitors, like the one that I personally have. It is both Bluetooth 4 and Ant Plus compatible. Some person who I do not know, but I will get to know hopefully in the future, asked if I could add Ant Plus connectivity to my plugin as another way to get the data that you need, and so I'm going to do that. As a legal disclaimer, I am not an affiliated Ant Plus product. This plugin is not a licensed Ant Plus subsidiary or anything like that, but they have a pretty open protocol, and I'm going to try and make use of it. So that's the plan. But I'm not like an affiliate of Ant Plus. They make it very clear that you can't use their branding on your product unless you go through their cert process, which I have not done yet. So, hey Bon, thanks. welcome. So yeah, Ant Plus is, I'm going to give you like the high level here. It's basically very similar to Bluetooth, but it's a lot less open-ended than Bluetooth. Sold out to Ant Plus, yeah. I could pay $1,500 a month for like a business license, but I'm not selling this. It's a hobbyist thing, so I think I'm in the clear. But we'll see if they get on my ass about it. Anyway, so Ant Plus is similar to Bluetooth in that it's like a publisher-subscriber method for radio transpondence. Anything that follows the protocol can connect to it, but it's a lot less open-ended than Bluetooth, and it seems to be a lot more reliable. Things that connect to Ant are made for Ant specifically, and so far I've had no issue just instantly getting my devices picked up from it at all. So it's pretty cool. In the pocket of Big Pizza. Yeah, that part's true. That part I can't deny. Also, hello Millennium Cyborg, welcome to the stream. I am surprised you were up so late, but I cherish that you've decided to stop by. Anyway, so yeah, Ant Plus is a like radio wave protocol developed by Garmin. It is primarily used for workout gear, row machines, bike machines, heart rate monitors, what have you. Because it is tailor-made for specifically workout gear, it seems to be a little bit less jank than trying to connect the general Bluetooth spec. And I've had pretty good luck with getting this working in Unity because there's somebody who made a great Unity library that I was able to purchase that handles a lot of this for me. So today's stream is going to be how to wrangle that into something useful for my plugin for VTube Studio. So, let's see where we were. Oh yeah, actually, to demonstrate that quickly, I can do that. So here's a demo scene made by the Ant Plus, or Advanced Ant, I think is what it's called, Unity library that I purchased. They actually provide a built-in script for accessing how to get like heart rate data out of this protocol. So I'm really, really in the clear for this. This might be a very fast stream tonight. Let's see. All devices connected, closing background scan. Okay, yeah. So very easily, and I wish I could blow up the text on this, we're able to find our heart rate sensor through an automatic connect, and it says all devices are connected, so it's not doing any more scan. And this tiny little field of text, which is probably not super visible, because I can't make the text much bigger, is fluctuating in real time with my heart rate. Apparently I'm a little nervous because my resting heart rate's a whopping 85 right now. So there is that. They've got this all figured out, and I'm very happy to try and integrate this into my plugin. So with that said, let's, I guess, first open up their heart rate display script, and then I will also open up the main scene for our plugin here. Sample scene, and set the resolution properly to mobile, this one. There we go. Skeletoms have heart rates? No, it's one in a jar. I always keep a human heart on me for, testing purposes. It's not mine. I don't think it's mine anyway. It's way easier to strap a monitor to a heart when it's external rather than internal. Whose is it? Tom mic check, are you using the webcam mic? God, I hope not. Does it sound like I am? That would be very embarrassing. Let's find out. Properties. Default. Wait, that's out. Hold on. Sounds echoey. Interesting. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta remember how to do this. Advanced audio properties. Monitor off. It does sound worse than I probably am using my webcam microphone. Let's find out. Open sound settings. Yep, you guys are so smart. Thank you. This would be my high definition microphone. Does this sound better, or do I have to fix something in OBS as well? I just switched it over Windows. I hope that sounds better. I hope my entire spiel about Ant Plus and me not legally being affiliated with them came through. Nothing changed. Okay, hold on. Hold on, I'll figure this out. It's been forever since I needed to change these settings. There. Denshi says no. I think I trust Denshi more than you. Properties. There we go. That's got to be better, right? That has to be the correct way to do things. Yes? No? Yes, yes, yes? Surely. Surely this is better now. Wow, like night and day? Much better. That's embarrassing. Oh well. Completely different. Well, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I hate that my webcam has a microphone. I think they shouldn't, because nobody's ever wanted to use their webcam microphone recently, I wouldn't think. Maybe when this webcam came out in like 2010, that would have made sense. Volume is low. Okay, that makes sense, because I did lower it before the stream when I was doing monitor. I thought, gosh, that's just way too high, but I guess it's because it was clipping, because it was a bad microphone. Sounds like a different person entirely. Awesome. Cool. Maybe it is. Who knows? Well, I hope I don't need to give the whole spiel again. Ant Plus is a radio wave protocol designed specifically for fitness gear. There's a whole great Unity plugin, etc., etc. Let's get cracking, shall we? So, where the state of the plugin is right now is we've got really improved UX. Most of this was suggested to me by Lua Lucky, great tech VTuber. Instead of having every input method on the front here and you having a checkbox to choose which one you want, you only get one at a time as provided by a drop-down. Who that is? Raps perhaps paid money for this? My god. Ooh, that rules. I know both of the people that you gifted a sub to, so they're not randos. That's great. Yeah, I understand. It's super late where you're at, Denshi. I am amazed you're still up, frankly. But I appreciate it. I'm sorry that I can't stream earlier in the day for my European friends. But it's not feasible for me to start any earlier than 8 p.m. on my Saturdays. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the 2 gift subs to both Raps and Utah. Good stuff, good stuff.
Okay, so it's much easier to choose your input method, and we're going to be adding a new one to this list in a little bit. This list is a little bit better. Art meshes and expression modules now sort from the bottom, so when you add one, it's just right above here. You don't have to scroll back to the top. That's good. I don't think anything has changed in settings yet, but they're going to. Stardust Crusader 0. Hello, hello, hello. Star's final form. How is school going? The eternal question that I will ask you every time you stop in. Are you keeping up on your studies, young man? Do I need to you know, limit your VTuber time? How's it going? Alright, let's make a new input method. Let's do that. How does one make an input method? Well, oh, also, just housekeeping note, because the library that I am using to connect to Ant Plus was a $60 paid asset from the Unity asset store, it's in this little exclude folder, which does not get commit to my Git. So if you're poking around in this with the open source GitHub library, or GitHub repo that I have for this plugin, which so far everything has been fully open source, and if you wanted to compile this on your own, you could. It will not compile because I am not going to commit somebody's paid library to an open source free repository. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. So just keep that in mind. Finished a big project. Tell me all about it. How big are we talking? Like a capstone project? I'm always interested. I am interested in this. Okay. So we've got our core? No, that's VTube's VTS stuff. UI, script, where did I put these things? Modules, yeah, that sounds right. Heart rate inputs, we're going to create a new one. Ant plus input. What do we call this? Are they just input or input module? Input module. Let me rename this real quick. Input module. And we switch over to VS Code. So this is going to, using a different one of these as a reference. Like 1 of 2 for a class this semester. Nice. So it's almost like a cap. Well, not a degree capstone, but it's capstone for the class. It sounds like. That's pretty cool. All right. So these extend heart rate input module, which I believe makes this required to have a method that tells it what to do when you toggle this on and off. Yup, that makes sense. Yup. We'll see if we end up needing start and update. We probably won't. Get heart rate. Cool. Cool. So what do we need to do here? For Pulsoid, the way I did it for my Pulsoid is there's very little logic inside the actual module here, but I have a Pulsoid manager that I was able to use that I basically routed everything through. You set your auth tokens and you get your heart rate through there. There is an ant manager with the library I got, but I kind of want to make a wrapper around that. I'm not sure. What do I want to do here? And then from value is the load. Okay. So my theory here is the way that this needs to work is I need to provide a list of devices you can connect to. So there needs to be a button that will start a scan for all of the devices that are Ant Plus on the network. You can choose one from a drop-down, then you hit connect, and it will either connect or not connect. I think is the right way to do this, if that makes sense. And in the little example code that I was provided here, there's options to have it automatically connect to the first sensor it finds, and there's like a list for scan result devices and everything like that. So, what do I want to do? I think I want to make basically this, as it is, into a singleton, and then just pipe stuff out of here for the UI front-end stuff. I don't want my logic living in my UI if I can help it. Sometimes I can't help it, but network. We're going to make a new network folder. Modules, scripts, assets, network. This is going to be a folder, Ant Plus. I think technically it's capitalized. ANT. I don't know if it stands for something. I probably should have I read all the licensing agreements, but I didn't read the deep lore about what Ant is all about. So here's going to be Ant Manager. Can I do that? Or is it going to get upset that there's like a, yep, namespace already has one. Okay. Can I? No, I'm not. I shouldn't just call ant plus manager. That's bad. That wouldn't be good. Let's see. We can do that. Code. Well, it's not so much code lore. It's more business lore. Like switching back to this, they've got like their whole past about how in 1998 they were Dynastream Innovations, and eventually in like 2006 they got bought by Garmin. I don't know if somewhere in here it explains what ant trademark stands for or why it's always capitalized. Created the first ultra-low-powered wireless standard, Ant Plus. This doesn't predate Bluetooth, does it? That'd be cool if it did. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. It might stand for something. Probably network transfer something. I don't know. Anyway, it's cool. It's nice that they just like let me use the spec, and it seems to be very reliable. I tried for months before I deployed this plugin for its first beta build to get Bluetooth working directly over Windows, and it simply is the most unreliable piece of shit imaginable. So I'm very, very grateful that there seems to be another protocol that's made specifically for the kind of devices I want to interact with, and not literally every device, and it seems to be pretty painless. Oh shit, Bluetooth was 98, wow, okay. Well, I'm glad we have Bluetooth, it's important. But, shit, dude, it's a real pain to work with natively on Windows. Alright, what's it all complaining about here? Oh, right. So, I wanted to make this a singleton. But there's already an ant manager, so I need to come up with a better name for this or figure out what to do. Singleton, ant manager. I think I'm probably going to just end up calling this ant plus manager and pretend like I don't know about ant manager, this thing. Because there is one that came with the plugin. If I go to this, and that's going to get confused because, of course it will. Ant plus manager. Singleton ant plus manager. What doesn't it like about this? Implement the abstract class. Initialize. Sure. So this is the joy of using... ant. I really don't know what it stands for, but this is the joy of using a third-party library. Is now... It's kind of in conflict with stuff I wanted to do myself. But we'll make it happen, I think. We'll try and massage this down. I do kind of feel bad about copying code wholesale from, like, an example, but, like, shit, if it works, right? I don't really want to reinvent the wheel, especially because I'm a little out of my element here. I'd rather just trust the guy who charged me money for this. Which, why is this? This is such a strange syntax. I've never seen somebody put brackets around their case. I didn't actually know you could do that. I kind of like it, in retrospect. It makes a lot of sense. But... it is, but in this case, if I'm stealing a substantial amount of code, and stealing is not the right word because I paid money for this. Again, this is a paid Unity asset, which is, great. I'm very happy about that. It saved me time, wasn't terribly expensive, and also for that reason, it's not going to be in my open source repo. Like, I'm not going to commit this guy's library to an open source repo so people could steal it out from under his business. $60 is totally fair. Happy to have paid for it. It just feels weird copying it wholesale. Though, granted, I think a lot of it is rather intuitive, though there are some bits and pieces that I would not know out of the box. Yeah. So, like, for example, the logic here makes sense. In this, this is the received background scan data. This is when it gets back information about devices that are connected to the little dongle that you have. I wouldn't know, for example, without going deep into the spec on the website for the developer guide, like that I need the 12th byte for the device type. I wouldn't know... basically wouldn't know how to parse the byte stream that I get back. And there are things like the radio frequency that I wouldn't know correspond to heart rate specifically. So I'm happy to just steal that, basically. Device already found. Okay. That makes sense. Heart rate sensor found. Cool. And we add these all to a list. Scan result list. Makes sense. And then at some point we'll need to connect to the given device. Makes sense. And once we connect to the device, we are able to receive data, and the 7th byte apparently from the data stream is the heart rate value. And this seems to be true. This holds up. When I ran the demo scene, I was getting like 85 to 100, depending on if I was like walking around or what have you. So all of this is good. I like this. And this would be perfect for a singleton. I would simply need to add hooks that tell this thing to trigger its start scan method, which is very easy to do. Who that is? Yinhua, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. You gain access to the best emote on twitch.tv, the Skeletom 188 or 118 give pizza. There you go. Thank you for stopping by, and no shame in lurking. It's a very good emote. Please spread it liberally. Alright, so we'd have a drop down where the refresh button does the start scan. Our output values would be the results of this scan. That makes sense to me. Then when you have a device selected in the drop-down, you hit the connect button, and it would do connect to device. This should be public, I think. Public, void, connect to device, ant device, device. I'll probably need to make this receive like a string name, maybe. I don't know how I'm going to go about presenting the device information in a way that makes sense to people, that it isn't like a serial number. Like, I can print the device number. Can I get the device name? I don't know. Device type. Yeah, I don't know. But I'll give people the option regardless. So, if this is all happy now, connected, where is this referenced? Oh, it just indicates that it has connected. We'll keep that around to do some debugging work, that's fine. Okay, so our ant, this is now going to get renamed to ant plus manager. I don't like doing this, but I don't really want to mess with the code that exists in the plugin. Plus manager, that's fine. Maybe off stream I'll try and consolidate the two so I don't have to have a confusing name conflict like that. But neither really here nor there. Okay, so we have our singleton. Doesn't use systems.collection. I'll heed this guy's warning about frequency drift or whatever. That's fine. I don't really know what to do with that information as a developer just yet. If auto start scan. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that automatically. Let me clean this up to meet my style guides. So it looks like how I want to interpret this. Okay. Yeah, that all makes sense. And there's nothing in the initialize, I don't think. I don't know if there's a way to tell it to shut down also. Or if I even need to worry about doing that. I don't know what happens if the signal is interrupted abruptly. Ooh, thank you. Any particular reason, Bond, that you wanted to hit me? Or, I mean, you don't really need a reason. No reason. That's fine. Okay. So this is all formatted nicely. We can then close this, and we can go to our module here. This will be ant plus manager, ant plus input module. Oh, it just reminds me to commit, but I haven't done anything yet, so not really. I'll refund you your 10 points if you really want, though you'll get them back in like 12 seconds. It's basically like a save reminder, but it doesn't do anything per se. It should bonk me. Okay, that's what the other one's for. I don't know why I'd need two. Instance. Right. And that should not be a public. Yeah, see, that's bonk you 10 times. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of violence happening right now. Have you been drinking? Public float, or let's see. Private float. Private int. Shouldn't be a float. Your heart rate can't be a fraction. Does this mean yes or no? This means absolutely yes. Bon has been drinking, that's fine. Heart rate equals 0. Public int heart rate get return this stuff. Heart rate. Wowee. Similarly, this scan result's gonna be that. Should be immutable. Yeah. Private. These are both private. That makes sense to me. Stop. Heart rate. Do some fun auto boxing. On data. Callback should always be on something. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So then in our input module here, get heart rate, instance, heart rate. Turn, like so, easy. I don't know how we're gonna load and save this yet, but, you know, neither here nor there. Hey, for chill programming, that's all. I got gifted sub earlier, pizza forever. Yeah, you have Denshi to thank for that. So, not that we don't have a lot to thank Denshi for already, but now you have one more thing to thank Denshi for. Enjoy the emote. I wish I streamed more to make it feel more worthwhile, but you know, ain't no thing. Denshi truly is an MVP in all ways. It's absolutely the truth. So this would be activating or deactivating the connectivity. So like the on status change would, in theory, trigger start scan. Maybe. I think that might be what I want to do here. This will be... Oh, from values and to values should also be that, I think. Very particular about how I organize my code. Get heart rate. From value. Okay. Never mind. They, in other places, I do it like this. With on status change at the very end. I don't know how I'm going to handle saving information about this yet, but we'll get there when we get there. So, we've got a little bit of baby infrastructure here. That's fine. I'm going to go to my managers here. Pulse wide manager, we're going to make a new one. Oh, let me switch over to Unity. There we go. Ant plus manager, which I think also needs an ant manager. I hate that these are two separate scripts, but this is what I get for using a third-party plugin. Off stream, I will probably work to consolidate them into just the one class. I don't really feel like going through a guy's proprietary code on stream. One, because I don't want to flash it to everybody, and two, it's boring. Hey Fuba, congratulations on your shiny mudkip. That's my knowledge about you for the day. Thank you for hitting my skull. Also, I deserve it. Ant plus manager. This will go here. And I think I make a prefab for this. Boom. We have an exciting new thing that I'm working on here. Great new way people can connect their heart to VTube Studio. Let's see, UI, prefabs, modules, heart rate. This is going to be like this one, I guess. This would be the closest analogy. So let's make a new instance of this. Viewport content. I hate that. I think this is the correct way to make new prefab. Oh God. Open this. It's a pain in the ass. make a new one of these. Ant plus input module, and then I do this, and it's an original prefab now. And now we can finally open the prefab editor. Cool, okay. So, title panel, easy. Ant plus, ant plus. There we go. There's not going to be a login button. That goes away. Instead, we have available devices, like that. And this is not going to be an input field. We're going to have a refreshable drop down. Oops. Big prefab enjoyer in this house, because now I can easily slap all these things together. This drop down's width is going to be like 300? 290? Did I guess that right? Yeah, there we go. Something like that, I think, is correct. Where you have your little refresh button to get all your devices. The default for this should be blank, I guess. Drop down. Can I remove? Yeah, no default options. That's fine. The refresh button here should do something. I think I need to implement a custom. Yeah, okay, so port selector, network, it's like this, ant plus device selector. And once again, the power of abstract classes comes in handy. Refreshable dropdown. Implement the abstract class. Boom. Get rid of that stuff. Let's see. So refresh we'll call the ant plus manager instance scan. And then I need to call refresh values with a list of values. So this needs to, when this is done, fire a callback that says now you can populate the dropdown. So how do we want to do that? On receive data. Oops. Received background scan data. I don't know how to know when it's done scanning for all devices. Huh. It seems like this kind of just keeps scanning perpetually? I'm not sure. There's no... Like, this is a switch where it's just... this probably shouldn't be a switch also. This should probably just be an if. Ant device and scan result. Yeah, so this is saying if the device already exists in the list, we don't add it again. But this only handles a single device at a time. I don't think there's a way to say that it's done finding devices. Maybe I just give it like a brief amount of time, like 2 seconds. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get, but it's not something to worry about now. But what I do need to do is make a public accessor for this thing. Public list ant device. I guess it would just be devices. Ant is redundant because it's the ant manager. Return this scan result. Of course. And so then here, do this. Like so. I don't think anything happens yet when we scan or when we select. So now I can go here, remove my port selector because that's not what this does anymore. We add an ant plus device selector instead. Did that connect? Ant plus device selector. There we go. Oops. Cancel. Drop down, and the refresh here. How was this set up before? Huh? I would think it would be on pointer up. Like this. Ant plus device selector refresh. We will see if this works. Oh, I wasn't showing. I am a pawn, so I was editing my prefab in Unity. But okay, so here we got Ant Plus. Available devices currently nothing. I hit refresh. What's it doing? I'm getting a 401 unauthorized, but it shouldn't be doing HTTP at all. What's happening here? One thing at a time, I guess. This must still have this guy. This must still think it's a yep, there we go. Pulsoid input module. Let's remove that. That's not what it is. Ant plus input module. Of course. Move that up. Label is this guy. Type. Edit script. No, where is this defined? Where is type defined? Input type. Let's see. Ant plus. It's going to be 6, I guess. We're just going to keep going in sequential order. Because why not? So this goes to this thing. Ant plus. Hopefully it won't try and connect to Pulsoid anymore with that. Ant plus. Clear my... Oh, back into Unity. I've selected my new Ant plus module. Nothing in my dropdown. Hit refresh. It doesn't say that it found them at any point, which is concerning. I'm also not sure why it's going off twice. Every time I do this, it starts twice. Why? Huh. Why is it doing that twice? Let's go back to the prefab. Do I not need to tell the button somehow that... Can I remove that? Is there some way it knows? Oh, yes there is. I'm dumb. There we go. let's try this again. But why is it not finding anything? Has my chest strap disconnected? I don't know. Or have I done something else wrong? These things I don't know. Init. Starts the background scan. Goes over all these devices. Did I break something already? Well, let's go. Let's see if I just messed up my code or if it's something worse. So we're going to go into the example again in Unity, advanced, demo PC, advanced demo. Let me just strap the heart rate display on here. Okay, no, it found a device this time, so I must have messed up the code somehow. Our heart rate sensor found 12770, and it's updating my heart rate here, which should be a lot higher because I'm pretty upset right now. Alright. So, what could I have messed up in the code? What doesn't it like? Let's go back to here. Open up VS Code, and then in the scripts, open the heart rate display. Close that business. So the heart rate display script here is the one that came with the library, and I made a couple of modifications to make this look more like code that I would write. And now it's not doing the thing. Why? Heart rate plugin. Let's get these side by side. Ant plus manager. Okay. So I know it's start if auto scan start scan. That's the same. Start scan. This is looking for ant device. Initializes the ant manager. Opens the background channel. Receive background scan data. This should be on. Like so. Device type. We have a big case here, but I don't think this should be a switch. It should just be if, because I'm not trying to handle any other cases. It's just an if, like so. Makes that a little bit more readable. But it's not even getting that far. On data. Interesting. Yeah, so it's not getting to here. And I'm not sure why. I guess I should confirm that it's getting data back. So let's do a debug.log. Data back. Let's try again. No, it's not even getting that far. But why? Why? Most interesting. Who that is? DY Marway? Is that the name I'm seeing? Welcome. Thank you for joining the Skeleton crew. I'm your lovely undead host, Skeletom. I'm doing programming right now, so you joined at an excellent time. There's a saying here in the underworld, which is every time a tombstone is erected that doesn't read rest in peace, when it doesn't read rest in peace on your tombstone, you get drafted into the Skeleton War, right? But you have voluntarily enlisted, so I really gotta thank you. You saved some poor sap from having to fight the bad fight. And I thank you for it. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know if I'm to your liking. Right now I'm working on a VTube Studio plugin that lets you link your heart rate to your little funny puppet man. So we're having a good time here. This needs to just return. Like that. To do. Surely this won't cause problems. Surely. Anyway, why is this not even getting to the part where it it gets data back? On received background scan data is not even happening here. Why? Why? What's the difference? What's the difference? What's the fundamental difference? Well, I should make this exposed. Oh, it found it that time. I don't know why. Or wait, has it always found it? Hold on, I'm confused now. If I go to Ant Plus though, the list of devices is blank. And remains to be blank. Wait, okay, hold on. I have a dumb theory. Is the device already being in use, making it not show up on the second scan? And therefore, we have a problem? It might be. There's a simulator tool for this, which was causing trouble. Data back, system byte, heart rate sensor found. Interesting that it's auto-starting the scan. Huh. But yeah, there's a simulator tool for this Ant Plus protocol where you can have your device simulate being a sensor of any kind, and you can see how it reacts to data and stuff. But if you're using the simulator on it, you can't connect to it in Unity. They're very much like a single peer-to-peer kind of connection. So I was thinking maybe the fact that it connected to it automatically was causing problems on the refresh, but that doesn't seem to be it. Perhaps it's what if I just don't start the scan? What if we already have our list of devices? Scan result, antivirus. Does this have a toString method built in? If not, I'm gonna need to build one. No, it doesn't. That's fine. Oh, let me swap back to VS Code. And here I thought this was going to be a short stream. I'm a fool. I am a absolute fool. Okay. Ant plus device selector. So we're going to get back our list of devices. We're going to do like that. We're going to have to make a new list. So devices.add device name. There we go. Devices. That should do it, I think. Still an empty list, though. Object is a... Oh, interesting. Oh, hold on, that's interesting. It's saying that this is null. This list doesn't exist. That, I guess, makes sense. Let's initialize it by default, because then we're making a new one when we start our scan. Okay. I'm beginning to understand, I think, why this wasn't filling out the list. Nope, I'm bullshit, I have no idea. What's it doing? Alright, let's tell this to start its scan again. I think what's going to need to happen is it's going to need to start scan, and it's going to need to wait. And every time it gets a new device, it's going to need to refresh the list. Yeah, that makes sense to me, actually. Alright, let's try this again in Unity. Refresh? No? Nothing? Heart rate sensor found. And we get a heart rate. And it's connected. But my list is still... Why? Why is the list empty? I'm vindictive about this. Drop down. Drop down. And it is actually empty, right? No options. No options at all. Why? Is it like not adding this to the list if it's just connecting right away? Hold on. Do I need to read my own code better? Is this what I get for using somebody else's code? Okay, so on. No, it's definitely adding to the scan results. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, I'm gonna keep poking around with this. This should be serializable. If this is serializable, I can then, at least from the Unity end, see if I'm getting devices on the list. Help me track down where the culprit here is in all of this. Ant Manager. Oh, did I not make the actual lists serialized, though? Whoops. Whoops. This list needs to be serialized. Field. Classic property of Unity. There we go. Let's try again. Yeah, okay, so it is finding a device. Definitely. It has my heart rate, which again I feel like should be higher given how mad I am about this, but you know, whatever. Device number. Is it just not showing up in the list because I need to wait? I guess. Well, I guess if I'm finding a list, that's good. I could do something really insane, like, oh, you're gonna love this. Private. Check this out. You're gonna hate this. Everyone's gonna hate this. Everyone will dislike this. Stop. Thanks, Mom. Private. Void. Update. Everyone will hate this. This is the worst memory management I can do, but this will tell me if this works fundamentally. Actually, this might cause severe problems and make the dropdown unusable. No, actually, this is fine. Basically, I added the refresh code to the update loop, so it's constantly getting a fresh version of that list. Which it probably shouldn't do. That's, I think, very bad. Like, if I look at my profiler, does it actually cause any problems? No. So it's actually fine. And I will put it to do, and I won't come back to it. But here we go. Here's a, you know, a device. I don't know if there's a way to get the actual name of the device, or if that's even information it broadcasts. But there you have a device. And so what I need to do next is in my... Oh, sorry. There we go. Let me make this bigger. We have a device, and it's in a dropdown. I don't know how this would behave with more than one entry in this list. I'll have to figure out a way to spoof that, again, probably off stream. Ship it, yeah. I'm not actually too worried about it. My concern, though, is if I'm updating the dropdown every frame, if I needed to select another item from the dropdown, it might cull all of the items in the list, and therefore close the dropdown while a user is trying to use it, like make this unusable. But it doesn't seem to be doing that, so I'm not that worried. What's this all about? Oh, yeah. That's fine. I'll deal with that later. So next up, we need to add an actual connect button, which is fine. Should be easy to do. Yeah, if it works, it works, right? Like, this is a very, very low overhead plugin, all things considered. I don't need to worry about it becoming a huge amount of memory bloat. I'm just concerned about usability purely here, where my thought was if I was updating a dropdown every frame, it would call all of the results or all of the options in the list, therefore collapsing the dropdown every time you tried to open it, and you'd never be able to open it. But that doesn't seem to be what's happening, so I really don't think there's much to worry about. Let's go back to here. So we've got a button that I'm now going to move down here. We're going to turn this back on, which is just going to say connect. And that is going to... So, let's see. Set the the value here. What is this going to do, if anything? We are going to... What? Oh, back to VS Code, sorry. Private. Oh, did daylight whatever just kick in for you, Millennium Cyborg? Did you lose or gain an hour? I don't know how it works in other countries. But how's the time traveling going? If you lost an hour, I feel really sorry for you, because it's already super late there. Devices. So then, devices is going to equal new. Yeah. It's 2 a.m. You should get some shut-eye. I do not recommend... Maybe I'm helping you get there because this is really boring. But I would not recommend staying up for that much longer, personally. But you know yourself better than I do, for sure. Okay, so when we set our thing, we're going to have private string device. Actually, if these respect order, I don't need to do this. If these respect order in any way, I can do private ant device null. I don't know if this is a nullable type. That's fine. This dot device equals. I just do index. Wow. And then on my thing here, this is going to need a reference to that ant selector. So this is going to have a serialized field. Lightwave 5.6 in a VM on a Japanese copy of Windows 98. That's very on brand. I don't know what Lightwave is. I don't know what Lightwave 5.6 is, but it sounds cool. Is it a rendering software? I remember the last time you were doing a stream, you had this really high level concept, or high concept discussion about vintage ray tracing, which was way over my head, but was pretty to look at. Ant device selector. Lightwave. Well, now you two can be best of friends because you both know something that I don't know. I'm assuming it's a rendering software. Do you know what encoding is? Like, generally speaking, yes. Depends on what kind of encoding. Like, encryption? Yes. That's a very, very open-ended question, Fuba. Ray tracer from 1998. That makes sense. Do you have a specific question about some kind of encoding? I'm happy to try and help. Well, then 3D modeling on Lightwave, probably a different version, maybe even software. XD. Selector. Okay, so then we're gonna have public void connect. Encoding in video. I know much less about encoding in video, but feel free to ask your question. I do use Vegas pretty frequently. There are a bunch of different codecs for encoding stuff. Shoot your shot. I might know the answer, I might not. I'm a little bit less knowledgeable about the video side of things. But I'm happy to try and help. Or maybe one of the geniuses we have in chat right now might know. Because we have quite a lot of brain power between the folks who are around right now. At least the ones that I even know of. I bet there are even more lurking in the shadows. Like Millennium Cyborg and Raps are no slouch, but I don't know if video is their forte. Or no slouches, plural, I guess. Alright, ant plus manager instance dot connect to device. And this will be this dot selector dot. Ooh, I gotta make that public. What do you use for video encoding? Is there a specific program or editing program that does that? So I edit all of my VODs in a old version. I think it's Vegas 14, Sony Vegas 14, because I got it for super, super cheap in a Humble Bundle in like 2015. And that lets you render as like any video format under the sun. I do MP4 because that's, you know, what you want for online. I think DaVinci Resolve is the go-to cheaper or maybe even free version. I'm gonna post that in chat. DaVinci Resolve is the one that I hear people say good things about. And that will let you pretty much take any video format and render it as any other format. Resolve is nice, yeah. That's what I hear. If I weren't already set in knowing how to use Vegas and owning a license to Vegas, I would probably use Resolve, but yeah, when I was going to try it. I hear it's good. If it's free, it can't be that bad, right? It's better than nothing. But there's your answer for that. Anytime I make a clip or whatever, I use Sony Vegas, but that's just because I already happen to have a license and happen to know how to use it. I don't have any particular loyalty or think that it's superior to its competitors in any particular way. I don't think Resolve was around when I started trying to edit videos or when I got the license to Vegas, so take that as you will. If you had questions about what the differences between different encoding methods of video would be, I'm a lot less knowledgeable there. Like, I don't really know what an MP4 provides you that like a WebM doesn't, or something like that. But that fortunately doesn't seem to be the question. It's about device. So now we have that's exposed, device. I'll probably need to wrap this in a try-catch in case this device doesn't exist. But why would somebody need a proper encoding software? It's just about, like, there's a million different file formats. Think about it, it's like the difference between a JPEG and a PNG or a GIF, right? Or GIF, or however you want to pronounce it. Those are different encodings for pixel data, and they'll serve different needs. JPEG is very, very highly compressed, it's very low file size. PNG is typically a lot more loss-free, but it's a lot bigger. It's the same with video, right? It's different ways to convey your pixel data in time with whatever you've got, and audio data and what have you. And so there are just different approaches that are more or less efficient for different kind of use cases. So there's your answer. Okay. So we connect to the device, and we already get our heart rate. And hopefully, if I plug my pieces in here, this should just be good to go. So we've got our module here. I need to point this to the refreshable drop-down, which is in the actual drop-down class here. And then the button, I need to have this do on button up, or on pointer up. This will do connect. Now we go to Unity. Does it work? It looks like it. Wait, do I have connected first device? Auto connected first sensor found. No, we don't want that. Let's try that again. So it finds the device. I can hit connect. See any codecs for it. Ooh, what's my null reference here? That's no good. Huh. Interesting. I get my heart rate, clearly, which is good. And you can see I'm ticked off for some reason. Not sure why. What did I make my angry threshold? Interesting. I'm not sure why I'm ticked off. I shouldn't be. Where did my device go? Huh? Where did it go? Huh? That's strange. I switch this over to the slider and crank it up and crank it back down. I'm not angry anymore, which is good. Weird. This is clearly getting a heart rate number, and a pretty frequently updated one too, which is pretty cool. But it's not showing that I've found any devices. My scan result list is 0. What's it doing? Huh? That's weird. I guess this is again what I was saying earlier, where it's already connected to the device, so it's not showing up again as like an unattached entry. Oh, I've got so much to learn here. And I also got to make this little connectivity status work. I'm not sure what the best way to do that is. But that might be an off-stream thing. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Like, it does seem to have connected, which is pretty good. This doesn't quite work yet, and the connect button is probably not... Huh. Maybe I need a disconnect button as well? I don't know. I got a little more time, I guess, before I should call it quits. Let's see what I can do. Wait, also, who's pinging me? Oh, Bon sent me a shitpost, of course. Thank you, Bon. So, what can I do here? What can I do to get this? So, connect to device. Does this output any proof that it's done. Not really, it looks like. There's the on data received and on channel response. Okay, actually that's what I want. Hide RX fail. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look up what this means. So I think on data, I'm gonna want to say yes, you connected successfully. How do I do this for my pulsoid module? Does this even look at that at all? How the fuck did I set this up? Wait, is this... Hold on. Hold the phone. Pulsoid manager. No. Status thing here. Status indicator. Where are you getting information from? How do you know when you've connected or not? Decode to a high quality. Status. Why am I not seeing... Huh? Where does this get referenced? Oh, on status change. That's right. That's right. When this becomes active, and we passed it in. Okay. So we're going to take our status indicator here. Okay, okay. This goes to our Ant Plus input module here. And I need some way... I think it's going to be like this. This dot status dot... what was it called in the pulsoid one? Set status. And that is a... I think that takes in this. Not technically HTTP, but we're going to make it work. That's fine. So connect to device is now going to take in a function, action, like this. And we're going to say device channel dot on receive data plus equals, check this out. This is very bad because it's not HTTP anymore, but wait. Connection status. Why can't I just do... Oh. Interesting. Connected. No? Doesn't like that? Do I have to encase this in braces? No? Doesn't like that? On-received data does not take 0 arguments. That's fair. Wait. Huh? What doesn't it like about this? My pulsoid input module. Set status. Connection status. Oh, wait, hold on. It's like this. Oh, shit, chat's popping off. Oh, but you're talking amongst yourselves. Nice, nice, nice. You're conversing and learning without meaning to say anything intelligent. I'm winning. That's great for me. News. Like this. Is there a constructor for this? No, of course not. Why would I make there a constructor for this? Free interaction, yeah. Let the chat... Well, you're learning better than entertaining. You're learning, you're teaching each other. That's more than I could ever do. I don't know anything about this topic. But I have intelligent friends who do. Oh, looks like you're getting cut off, though, because Millennium Cyborg is going to sleep. Have a pleasant slumber in your new summertime hours. Have a good one. Yeah. Alright, so we've got that. Which is good, maybe. And we're gonna do this also. Oh. Thanks for hitting me, I appreciate it. Connecting. I don't know where I would set a callback to say that this failed. There might be some kind of callback. I'll have to dig in the dark lore of code for. What's it? Connect to device. Oh, and we get rid of this. No more auto connect. That ain't the way it works anymore. I don't think. Yeah, get rid of that. No more auto connect. Don't need to do the connecting. No more of that. Get rid of that. Do some heavy duty pruning. Connected is true, useless. I think this compiles. So now if I go to my... In Unity, this guy right here has a status indicator. Oops. It's a it's the thing I'm working with right now. It's called Ant Plus. It is a proprietary radio wave frequency for connecting to fitness workout gear, like bike power monitors, heart rate monitors like the one I'm using right now. It's like Bluetooth, but really specific. And a couple people who have used my plugin have asked me to support it because they have devices that are Ant Plus. So that's what they want. The people demand it. Cool, I just broke something. It doesn't work. What's wrong here? Instance not set to a reference of... Why? Eh? Oh, I know why. That's dumb. I have to select this. I think connect? No, I don't know why. Nice, you broke something. Have an award. Thank you. Yeah. Well, easy come, easy go. Why does this not work? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. I'm clearly getting data back, though. It's doing the on-received background data callback pretty frequently. It says the device channel is null. How can that be? Wait, is there a reason that this is a... Why are these member variables? I don't know. I feel like they don't need to be member variables, but that's fine. Why is this coming back? Device number, device type. That doesn't make any sense to me. I guess I can print out what it thinks it's connecting to. Device.name. Make sure that it's not null. That would be bad. I also don't know why when this thing kicks off, it keeps making me pissed. I don't get it. Or do I have a hotkey that's bound to making me angry? That would make more sense. But I don't know what key I would have done. Okay. What do we got in the logs here? So if I hit connect, it just straight goes to null pointer. What the heck? I don't understand. Tiberius, what's up? How's it going? Tom, he says, in all caps, demanding my attention. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Why? Pop. Alright, this is spamming up the logs. We turn that off. Man's really gonna leave me hanging with the all caps Tom. I have no idea. Alright, so we found a heart rate sensor. I hit connect. And it's just instant null pointer. Oh! Okay. Duh. Different null pointer. Device is null. Why is device null? How can that be? How can device be null? How? Because it looks like there's one on the list. That makes sense that I'm getting a null pointer instantly, even in my log line. How can it be null? Sometimes you just want a bit of attention. I mean, I feel that. Shiki, all caps. What kind of attention can I provide you? I'm not gonna like go too out of my way, but tell me about yourself. I don't think of the people who have spoken tonight, I think I'm least familiar with you. So it's time for your old pal Skeletom to learn a bit about the Shiki all caps lore. Tell me about yourself as much as you are willing, or don't. It's fine. It's a stream after all. But I think you're definitely a new face around here, so I'm always interested in what brought you over here, what crazy walk of life led you to this fucked up stream, etc., etc. Okay, so if we look at our managers, our ant manager here, it did find a device. Cool. So there's one device. If I hit connect, is it going to be null, or how's it going to work? Null. Why is it null? This doesn't make sense to me. We have one device in the list. Why are we passing in null? Why? 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 And of course I wasn't showing Unity for that. That's fine. I hate having to manually swap these. I'll never figure it out. There's no easy automated way to swap them back and forth. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell. The lore is, I am slightly bored and thought coming here would be interesting. Seems I was right. Wow. Wow. Trying to flatter me or something. Wow. certain hair loss. Is that you? Are you an individual that I actually speak to on a somewhat regular basis, and I just didn't recognize it because a different username? Are you keeping like a diary, perhaps, about your wild hair loss? Is that the... If what I'm saying makes any sense to you, I'll feel great. Otherwise, I sound like an absolute psychopath, for sure, like a complete twisted moron. But perhaps I have known you all this time. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Device. This dot device. This dot device is null. Where does this get set? Update. Devices. Device add. Refresh values. Devices. Single device. Where? Set value. Devices. Index. Alright, cool. Then I do know you. Never mind. I did not recognize the difference in username. Hello. Welcome aboard. Thanks for finding me. What am I doing here? Index. I need to organize my Stream Deck hotkeys better. Hold on. Capture groups. Unity, there we go. Alright, so this should print out when it's setting an index for this list, which it looks like it's just not doing. What the hell? That's interesting. That's very interesting. So the reason it's null is because it's never calling the setIndex function on this dropdown. I guess because there's only one option? I don't like that. It needs like a default value if it's... I guess the default would be... Hold on. We can fix this. We can fix this. Back to VS Code. So device, we set, and instead of it being null, return, yeah. So this dot device, we're gonna say Bon, it's time for a ternary. I feel like I need a redeem where I play like a sound clip of you yelling at me every time I try and do a ternary. Dot length, count, ternary, my old enemy. Less than equal to 1. That's not how ternaries work. Question mark. There we go. That's a ternary. You get agita. Yeah. No, I just will always think of you yelling at me when I made very bad ternary decisions several streams ago. Okay, hold on. This is some jank. This is going to be functional code. And now I'll hit connect. And there we go, connected. Okay. So what I just did there, I'll explain my insane ramblings. The problem was, I've got this class that's a refreshable dropdown, and so you can hit the refresh button, and it will populate the list full of options. And then it's also got a callback that gets called whenever you click on one of those options and change the value of the dropdown. However, this is a problem when there's only one option in the dropdown, because it'll never let you click on the option because it's already selected by default, and therefore this index value is never getting set. So basically, actually, wait. I can simplify this even more, I think. I think this is just return this dot drop down dot value? Yeah. Hold on. I'm a genius. This is the Jireko meme of I'm a genius, oh no. I can just do this, of course. I don't need the set value. There's nothing that needs to change on the set value. I don't need any cool logic to happen. Thank you for laughing at me, I deserve it. Okay, this goes in the garbage. Doesn't matter. Here we go. So now I can hit connect, and it will work. There we go. Oh, yeah, in Unity, there we go, it works. I was able to hit connect and it just goes. Channel collision. Interesting. It doesn't seem to be causing a problem, but I have so much to learn about this fun new protocol. Like, for example, why if I hit refresh, it'll actually show no devices instead of the device I was using, but still be connected to the device I was using. Why is it doing that? That's not intuitive behavior whatsoever. I don't think I care to figure that out on stream tonight, though, because I've been going for a little bit, and it's getting late. I got most of what I wanted done, which is, you know, fine by me. It's got a little connectivity thing. I need to make the support having an error, and there's a bunch of cleanup stuff I can do. But I get a heart rate value out of this device via USB directly, which is pretty cool. I need to add a tooltip, for sure, about... Oh, make this a little bit bigger. About this protocol, instead of using the pulsoid one for it, obviously. But it works. It all works. Pulsoid. Pulsoid. Yeah, so error handling is a to-do for this, and figuring out what's up with this refresh is a to-do for this. And I think that's it. I also don't know why it keeps toggling my pissed off expression. I don't get it. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if I have to review my own VOD here to see if that's being triggered by this, or if it's a hotkey I have that I'm just not privy to. Because this should only activate when I go over 95. Like if I swap back to a little slider here, I'm going to crank it all the way to 95, or way above 95, and go back down. I'm not angry anymore. In fact, I should be blushing, as is the way. But for some reason, it seems like this is causing problems. I don't know. I just don't know. But that's okay. I think I'm going to call it because I'm getting tired. And I'm a little bit out of practice for streaming, so I gotta get my endurance back up. But who am I gonna send you to? Here's the real question. Who's up? Oh, I had the easy answer. I'm gonna send you guys to Tsukimi, who is, I believe, making an anime list, so you can judge her tastes accordingly. That's easy answer. So we're gonna do a raid. Oh, and Bon, you gotta use your redeem, or I'll finally let you cash it in. I gotta do a commit. So first, let me make sure I'm saved here. Perhaps I'm flattered that you think this is informational. I feel like I didn't really explain anything about how the protocol works, or whatever. But I'm like, a plugin that I can buy and kind of hack into my needs. There is much to learn about. I think there's collision with devices currently, where because the device is connected, it doesn't show up in the scan. Like, it's not a, quote, free agent, I think is what's happening here. Which is why the refresh doesn't work. It's already connected, and therefore it doesn't show up in a scan of unconnected devices. is my best guess. So I'll have to figure out what the best way to handle that is if I wanted to keep searching for all devices. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Let's commit this code. I just saved the scene. We're gonna do git add all git commit started ant plus work git push. I gotta set up automated unit tests for push hooks and things like that, like I have for JavaScript. That would be very nice. Anyway, anyway, when you get to the channel of Tsukimi B. Dorney, and she talks about how great her taste in anime is because it's all mecha, you gotta give her the old pizza. The raid message, if you've got it, is simply the give pizza emote, please. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna stream tomorrow night. It's not gonna be pizza. I'm probably gonna play like a PS2 game. I might do some more Everblue because it's fun and it's a good Zatudon game, and it'll help me get my talking endurance back up. That will probably be around like 7 p.m. EST. I don't know. Pay attention to my Twitter, and you know you'll figure it out. That's gonna do it for me. And until next time, bonus era and good night.